Right, good afternoon, everyone. Um, Today we are bringing you the semi-finals of the UKBGF Women's Championship. We are just getting everything set up, and the match we will be bringing to you today is Merrin Rose versus Rachel Rhodes. Me, Julia Hayward, I'm here to take you through the afternoon. We've actually got both matches going at the same time. I will give a little um, snippets from the other side of the draw as they happen, and hopefully you'll have a great match. So the Women's Championship has been three three life elimination, and we've reached the stage where we've got four people left, each with one life. So effectively, it's a straight knockout from this point. That wasn't guaranteed by any means. Um, so Merrin and Rachel will be one of the semi-finals. The other one that's in progress at the moment is Michele de Havilland and Claudia Goehnert playing currently on Heroes 1. The last I saw, the score was 8-8. So hopefully that's going to be a good finish. But we can see Erin and Rachel are ready. So I will pop into the board. And yes, we have the players the right way around. They are off 5-1. Not the best of openings, but looking forward to a great match now. So Erin's at the bottom playing the dark checkers, Rachel at the top playing light. And right, 5-2. I think you really want to be getting that lone back checker out from the back. He's now facing 11 men in the zone. It's not a comfortable place to be. And bringing one down, it hasn't really gained you that much. Although Rachel hasn't rolled anything that's made an attack possible. 4-1. Now we can't get that back one out just yet. 6-3. But hitting does prevent something bad happening, and 6-5 now means Merrin can run, and this game is already devolving into a pretty much a race. Pretty even one as well. They should all be reasonably straightforward from this point to double four is a great roll. You definitely want to be breaking contact, and now with the quite enough to double yet, but another big roll, and that you should be getting warmed up. Oh no, no, we are still there. worth a think at this point. That's not quite enough to double before, but that double three blows through the market. And we are 1-0 to Merion. A couple of minor missed double. Very, very slightly missed double on that double three, but nothing to worry about. Oh, 6. There's two options Merion's looking at. One is tending to block those white men in. The other is just to run for home. She's going to have 20 pip lead at the end of this, so running is not unreasonable. In fact, it is almost dead level with the options he's gone with. Now, double 5 to add to that, very much run for home. Okay. 23 pips ahead. There's a slight awkwardness here with the bar point not made, but Rachel giving this one quite a lot of thought. Yeah, 6-5 can just bring man off the midpoint home. That's making it a lot harder to clear that back point. Okay. It's a very comfortable take for Rachel. Double 1, and now the moving forward makes it a lot easier to clear that midpoint and just turn into a straight race. 6-5 clears it, and now again. Not sure I would have played the 1 there. The computer likes it, but if Rachel does decide to run off the anchor, it makes it that much harder to attack the man that stays behind. That continue to be a little minor liability there. It may never happen, of course, but 6-4 again. Holmes getting past pretty much now. It's crazy. 3. You don't want to be leaving 3 on the top point, so that's straightforward. Now Rachel's got the choice. Does she run, or does she try and hang on for the 6-1 or the 5-1, but with a broken board? I think neither of them are great options at this point. 2-1 takes one more off. Rachel has a lot of catching up to do. That pretty much finishes it. Right, so 3-0 to Merrin. Just quickly popping over, Michele is now 9-8 up in the other semi-final. Or one you definitely need to split to six. You can make the 2-point, or you can bring the other two down from the mid. Leaves your men a bit disconnected, but it is on the other hand, there's plenty of material now for prime versus prime. Both sides are going to try and build up. Good. And this is a tricky one. You can hop one out. Primes are there meant to be jumped over. Two blots at the back of Merrin's prime. She probably wants to do some tidying up as well. So you can't make the front point of the prime, so that's left a gap. And the two at the back are going to get hemmed in quite rapidly now. That 6-2 is superb, but she'll need some threes very quickly. Hit this one. This is the problem with that 6-3. Those two on the wedged back on the 24 point and not going anywhere very quickly. And the 6-3, this 6-3, yeah, definitely leave out while you can. Have all your men in the outfield. Ready for any of Rachel's to step out. We've still got some tidying up to do here, so feels a little bit premature. Very easy take for Rachel. One. Strengthen the board. Bring another man into range. That's a 9 shot now. And there'll be more to come. That doesn't clear up the man at the back. You don't want to step him into range for direct shots, so we're going to run the rather ugly Um, Six to two. Actually, the 6-2 is blocked, so she survives. She's got run one, but now clear the 6. Rachel completes her prime just in time. Or she could consider running. But there's the game-winning shot. And 6-6 turns it into another race. There we go. Close pip count wise, but Erin suffers a little bit from having the gap on the 4 point. Sorts out the gaps. Now 8 versus 8. It's time for a recube. Two, and without any doubles, that's 4 points for Rachel. I should say both of them are playing extremely well. PR's it just in the 4s. All 4 of our semi-finalists have been playing really, really well, and have been amongst the top 6 or 7 throughout the tournament, PR-wise. But in this game, there is nothing for the PR. There's no prizes for that. 9-9 in the other semi-final. Four three. Don't really want to. Felt a little bit on the dangerous side to be splitting, but the computer likes it. Splitting with 10 men in the zone, you're stepping into danger. The one that feels ugly. I think going for the 5 point was the right idea. Let's see now, 6-1 would be a great hit, but we've got those 2 blocks in board. And that's a terrible reply. Misses both of them and the man in the outfield. That's also a terrible roll. Not a good time to stay on the bar. So now Rachel can cover the ace point and hit. We've really got a good blitz going here. Just keep hitting, keep hitting. Don't let those black checkers hang around long enough to anchor. Even if they do manage to anchor now with a nearly 100 pip lead, you can just run home for the gammon without closing them out. Obviously, it's a lot safer if you can do it, but possibly a good time to shift points so that they come, so they're not, when Marion comes in, those checkers aren't in the way of white bearing off. So white is pretty much home and dry now. I think this is far too far from saving. So this will take Rachel through to 8-3. Now Marion plays 2 down. She's got to start playing more aggressively, being 5 behind. But she's doing well to keep hitting in the outfield. Yep, bring one across. Down. Be worth looking at making the 4. Okay, that feels a little bit cautious. It's not got a board to worry about. I think here, making the Rachel's position is very stacked and inflexible. We want to be making points if we can on this side of the board. All the hits just achieve nothing if you can't contain Rachel at all. I think make the bar point, and that's very, very useful in stopping Rachel getting home safely. The problem with the anchor on Rachel's 4-point is that Rachel can use bad numbers to dump checkers behind it, like this. Having a one man deeper would have been useful. So yeah, keep building that board. The shot may come. Not yet. It's not good. We want to keep we're behind. We want to keep contact. So bringing the 2 men across to the 9 makes Rachel's life easier. Okay, Rachel can just shift homewards. Now, there's not going to be many shots after this point. She's got a big, big racing lead. That's what. Might as well take it. Double five, open. That's leveled things up somewhat. We're back into another relatively tight bear off, although Rachel's still got a good advantage here. Two. No, no, take one off if you can. 5, 2, 2 off. Should be 2 off, and that's game. So another 2 to Rachel, which leads 10-3. Looking across, it's 10-all in the other match. Now 10-3. This Rachel has almost no situations to think about the cube until we're very close to it being dead. What was its alter? What is it? Why does the machine not like making the 5 there? It wants a hit. Five and the 3. You want to be keeping more men in the outfield. Otherwise, you've only got a single shot if Rachel runs out, and if you miss it, she's away and gone. 5 down. 13-8, and now consider 24-23. Now the 8 point's been cleared. Double 5 is great for the race, but doesn't quite solve the problem of getting that back checker home. 5 down, and 13-12 would have given you more contact again. You'd have a double shot now instead of a single. Yeah, there's nothing to save in that game. So 11-3. Down. 24-15 is an option here. Play 13-7, you probably want to split 24-21. Good. Now hit on the... Yeah, and 6-5 doesn't do very much. But double falcon here has worked. Both of them survive. Marion can tidy everything up now. Hitting twice was it's nice when it works, but it leaves, if it doesn't, it leaves you with a precariously large number of men. out there, ready to be attacked. 6-5. Ugh. Again, 3. It's great if you're missed. The one's duplicated. But 3 blots and got scattered around. It's but are there any better options? Yes, the alternatives leave double shots as well. So there's some useful well, you duplicate 3s here, but that's 6-2 has come at just the right time. Which will probably anchor. 2, yeah, just big shots. Slot the 2, keep building that board. But now, facing a 4-point board, you can't do very much constructive, but you can start dumping checkers behind Rachel's anchor. 2 slots the 5. 2, there is a safe move. Still doesn't resolve those horrible stacks. Rachel's time is ready. You probably need to run one of them, not so as you do. 7-2-4-2 doesn't have a lot. By stepping 1 out, you make it a lot harder for Merrin to clear the 11 point. Now she can clear it. Yeah, stay safe for now. Now your safe options are getting a bit thin. Yep, 8-2. Now 3 to finally a useful point's made. 5-2. I think you're now committed to staying back and trying to get a shot. Rachel can now run off there. Ooh. That double 6 made a big difference. In fact, Only just to pass, but it is correct. And we're at 12-3 Crawford. So Mary now has a mountain to climb. Double one makes 2 points. Right to hit. Oh, that's not a good one. And now you definitely make the 5. With an even number of points to go, a gammon is hugely valuable for Merrin. So yeah, skip making the bar point to hoover up all these blots. And just keep blitzing away. I think now, yes, 6 makes the bar. Go for something like 10, 15 to 9. Keep more men aiming at that gap. And there, 15 to 9 as well. And just seen on the other board, Michele de Havilland has won the other semi-final, so she'll be playing the winner of these two for the inaugural Women's Championship. We hope to bring you that match live when it's arranged. Thank you very much. Needs to contain these backmen and start trying to force Merrin's part of a prime to start breaking up. Six three doesn't help. 5-2, you have to get one out. It's nice filling in the 4 points, but running out of double 2, just hanging on to the 5-point board. It's a bit uglier than the alternative, I think. Now Rachel can step out into the outfield and catch those in when they try running. And another double 6 that makes life very easy. The 5 for Rachel will end up making the 2. The 3. Now can Merrin avoid a banana skin at this point? Yeah. Oh, she's left 6. That leaves 6-5. 6-3. Going to be lingering danger, but I think she's done enough now. Right, so 5-12 post Crawford. Puts the cube across straight away. It's good. Definitely right to attack on the 5 rather than making the anchor. She needs gammons if she can. There's nothing good here. Some awkward stacking up plays. 3-1 is great. Make 5. This is horrid as well. Two. Now you can point on 1 here. This looks rather. This was a bit passive. Right. Rachel's heading back into this game. She's got a bet. Board's improved. We run out with 6-2. Not. There's alternatives. Facing 3 spares sat there. Possibly not a good time. So clearing the midpoint, it's safe. It does gives Maren more flexibility to step out with that big pile sat on the anchor. Now Rachel runs, and now it suddenly becomes all very difficult. She can't tidy up. Do here makes a 4. Step out, leave the front of the prime sorted, rather than open up the back. You probably need to tidy that then on the 8 up. Make the front of the prime. Then if you play 8-2, there's nothing to cover it with for a while, so bringing 1 across a bit better. 5-1. You've got to step to the edge, hope that the prime doesn't get closed this time. Doesn't. It just shift. Ten to 9, so that it's threatening to close the gap again. Maybe the man on the other side, which should have duplicated 3s and 1s, but there we go again. 1. Ooh, it's worth. I'm going to say it's worth looking at remaking the prime on that 6-4. But not quite. They're playing a bit too fast for me. 6 and some tricky positions. They are playing quite quickly. You see, they've only used a couple of minutes each. Now you don't want to be leading a shot, so we clear the mid. There's no reason not to. On. Yeah. And as we're about to say, you can leave that man back on the midpoint, because double 6 is pretty disastrous whichever way it goes, but then it comes. But Baron is now well ahead here. This should be 2 points. So while they set the next game is on its way, just to, this is the first time we've run a women's championship. Partly inspired by some of the tournaments in the US, with the women's backgammon group over there being very, very successful. We're 47 entrants in the end, and quite a few going into the side pools as well. There means there's nearly £1,000 riding on the outcomes of these last few matches, and that exceeded all our expectations. It's been a great success, and we should certainly be having more in future. So, ooh, 6. Oh, do you cover? I think you do. And still 6 away, 1 away. Gammon's still very, very useful. Waste the move, but yeah, you can make the 1. It's double 3. Lots of options there. 4-6. Oh, 4-6 is ugly. You can't get that man off the 4. You can't cover. And the man on the 2 is what the bot doesn't like. So it's going to be a bit of an ongoing liability now. and tidy up. Okay, you probably will. The hit is better. You've got the hit, you've got the cover. 4, duplicate. Oh, duplicate the 4s. Is this the commentator's curse? Bring on a double 4. Now American make that 5 point. Suddenly the game is very, very different. Now it's 5. It's pouring the men out, but it's probably better to keep the anchor in board than the bar point. The bar point is less useful once the opponent's mid has gone, as it's not actually holding very much back. Which comes in a hit. So I think about hitting a second one. The alternative is to step out. Again, because we've kept that bar point, Rachel now has a lot more freedom to act in the outfield. And she can remake the midpoint. It may not be a point you particularly want right now, as you've only got to dismantle it again. On the other hand, it would make some rather bad 6s for Marion, and yeah, that turns out. No, don't kill a man like that. Right, we can bring one of them round. And we can scramble them home. I want to be pushing for. Both want to think about making more points in the closer to home in the outfield, and being within a reasonable range to get one of those in. 4-1 lets us make a point as well as hitting in this case. We can make the mid, sorry, the bar point. This double four works very well. Right, got to bring them in, 2, 3, and 1 off. So we should be seeing another game in a minute. I think that double 6 rescues Rachel from being gammoned. Off 5, 4. We'll get one in from the back. Fill the gap. Don't want any silly double 4s at the end where we can't take one off. And there we are. Rachel gets one off. It is now going to be 12, 9. 4 away, 1 away, Crawford. Both Crawford. It's been doubling straight away each time. Right. One out. Now Rachel can make the 5 here. Or the 4. 6, 4. Make a very useful blocking point. Double 5 will do in. It's Rachel's turn to be a bit saying, do we want to bring more men out to aim at that 5 point? Another roll that doesn't get out. I think 13 to 8 would give you a little bit more aiming at that 5 point, but now it's been made. Doesn't matter anymore. Rachel's going to switch into just trying to get home safely. She's got to leave a shot here, but 2 blocks inboard. Now she has to be much more careful. 6, 4 in. Don't choose to leave a shot at all. 6-1 has really to be 7-6, 7-1. Something's going to have to give in Merrin's position as well. 4 to go. You're too far behind to run. 5-4. Breaks him in. Merrin unfortunately is now hanging on for a 6-1 or a 5-1. 2-1 stays safe. Now she's got to run. And this looks like too much of a deficit to catch up. To another little roll. It's not going to help. You're down to needing something big. 5-3, and that's it. And there we are. Rachel gets home, takes the match 13-9, and looking across at the PRs, 4.77 world class. I mean, that is a superb um, way to get to the final. And Merrin's PR also is um, pretty good. So they've 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 been amongst the top players all the way through. I think hope you've enjoyed this match. So we will be setting up the final, Rachel against Michele de Havilland at some point. We will be putting things on Facebook and elsewhere on our social media to let you know where and when that will be. We hope it won't be too long. Thank you all for watching this afternoon. So it's a bit of an impromptu broadcast, and yeah, you're afraid you've only had me. You haven't had any um, real experts out there to guide you through the afternoon. Um, do hope you enjoy it in any case. And a quick plug, the UKBGF Charity Challenge. You may have heard that Alistair Woods won the final of the 2023 to 24 event. We are now taking sign-ups. If you go to Backgammon Hub, you can enter there. The tournament is called UKBGF CC3. We are hoping to get a good turnout. We'll be benefiting Alistair's chosen charity, the Willows Animal Sanctuary and Animal Assisted Therapy Centre in Scotland. It's £10 to enter, and £10, all of it goes to the charity, and there are side pools as well. And as always, I've got my bet that we get to 100 players. If we get to 100 players, I'm on the hook to add another 100 into that charity pot. So do sign up. Let's make a real difference to a deserving cause. And the winner of the charity challenge gets to nominate next year's charity. But thank you all. We will say goodbye now, and we will be back with our final match in due course. Thank you all, and have a great afternoon.